All right, we are here with Toni Reece, one of the owners of Running Lab. Hello.
Hi.
So kind of tell us about yourself a little bit.
Well, my name is Toni Reece. I've been here at Running Lab for the past 8 years. Last year I took on ownership of the store, and I partner with the founder, Ken Larshai. And this place is a magical place. We obviously sell great running shoes and gear that can be able to help support your needs, whether you're running, walking, or wellness. Somebody who needs a comfortable pair of shoes for walking or to help overcome an injury. We have a solution for everything here, and our staff is very well trained. The other things we do here is so much greater, being able to give people purpose and meaning through their activities. And we do a lot of great free community events that help gather our folks together here.
So let's talk about those community events. What specifically do you do?
Oh boy, how much time do we have? So every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock here at Running Lab, when the weather's nice, we meet in the back of the store. When the weather's a little rainy or cold, we'll meet inside of the store. We do a community walk and run. What's really great with this is we get people of all different types, all different paces. We meet up and we go out on the sidewalks here in downtown Brighton. Most days we have around 30 people. We've had upwards to 100 plus people to be a part of our community run walk, and that happens every single Tuesday. The only times it doesn't happen for extreme weather conditions that we deem unsafe, we'll cancel it all of a sudden. But other than that, it's always going. We do free yoga the first Monday of every month, except for holiday weekends. So like July 3rd, we won't have yoga just because it's a long holiday weekend and we think people might be in other places. But that is wonderful. Carly does an amazing job with that, and it's at 7 o'clock when the store closes. We move all the fixtures off the floor. We pack this store full of people wanting to do yoga, which is incredible. We do an injury screening where our physical therapist friends in the community will come in for 2 hours to give advice. And so when you're injured or something is pulled in your back and you just don't know what to do, the best thing to do is take advice from a medical professional and not Google. And so injury screenings are an awesome way to get free advice for them to help steer you in the right direction. We do those monthly. We also find that our mission is to teach people to enjoy running. I would say if there's a large group of people and I say, raise your hand if you like to run, half of them will raise their hand. Some people just don't like that activity, and there could be reasons behind it. How we run could cause a lot of stress and pain or exhaustion. And so we like being able to teach people how to avoid those pains and that type of negative feelings towards that activity. And so good form running is a great class that we teach here at the store. It's one Thursday, once a month, that we teach people how to love running and not to get hurt while they run. That's a really great reoccurring class we do.
So you also are training for, different marathons. I was just in the back talking to somebody about, you guys are getting ready for the upcoming run in Detroit, I believe in October. So so talk about that.
Yeah, so the Detroit Free Press Marathon is the biggest marathon in the state of Michigan. The cool thing about the Detroit Free Press Marathon, we start in downtown Detroit, you go over the Ambassador Bridge to Canada. You run about 6 miles in Canada, and then you go through the tunnel under the Detroit River, the only underwater mile, and you go underwater for 1 whole mile in a tunnel, and you pop back out in the United States.
Nice.
It's a very cool race, and Michigan loves it. So we have a training group, it's totally free, where we provide a 16-week training plan for new or experienced runners to be able to accomplish the half marathon or the full marathon. If your goals aren't running those distances, come with us anyways, because the best part is we end up doing 2 free group runs a week. That Tuesday night group run at 6 o'clock here at the store that I talked about earlier. The second one's on Saturday mornings, where we get to watch the sunrise together at 7 a.m. at the Kensington Metro Park West Boat Launch. And we meet together and we run together. We even have walkers, and this year we have a run walking coach We call that interval running. And so Karen is going to be leading our interval running program. So it's really inclusive for all ability types. And we fully support it with water, nutrition when we get into those higher miles, knowledge, and then we have pace coaches. So these pacers, they volunteer their time for 16 weeks to be able to help guide runners to help reaching their time goal while also accomplishing their training.
So talk about, there's a lot of cool things that are happening, on these Tuesday night groups, but this Ainsley's Angels thing, what's that?
Ainsley's Angels is an amazing organization and a charity partner of ours. Ainsley's Angels is an organization that brings awareness and inclusion to athletes with disabilities. And so it's a great way to adapt being involved in a race to those individuals. Whether the folks aren't able to see and they're blind, or they have some sort of movement disability, whatever it may be, we've got a ride for them where they actually sit in a chariot, and there are running volunteers that will run with them, pushing them through the race. And Ainsley's Angels does distances anywhere from a 5K up to a full marathon. And there's a whole schedule. They have a Facebook page, Ainsley's Angels, Southeast Michigan. PJ Sapienza is the leader of Ainsley's Angels for the Midwest region. And he lives here in this area in Livingston County.
Yep.
And he's amazing. He's always encouraging people to come together, to serve others, and to celebrate crossing the finish line together.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then just talk about what it's been like to just be a part of all this. It's a running store, but it's also a community-based store and community-based activities.
It's emotional for me. And like you asked me that question, I'm crying right now thinking about it. Our community is literally the best. We have the best people that come here with full hearts that want to better themselves and want to give back to others. And to be in a position where I'm part owner of a retail space that we sell goods, but the energy comes from our community that want to do great things, that I forget that we're even a store that sells products. We are really here for our people, whether it is how we rally and get together for our community events, whether we find that there's a need for having a self-defense class, and we can find someone to come in here to teach people how to feel safe outside in the environment, whether we're listening to people's needs on how we need to change our training plans or the products we need to sell to be able to be more diverse, to serve more people. We are here and we're open for everybody's insights and feedback. We're one store. We're independently owned and operated here in downtown Brighton, and we want to be able to hear you. We want to see you and make you feel like you belong.
All right. Toni, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Casey.